this happened, I don't know, 6 months ago. Maybe I was with my friend. We were going to the park to play some basketball and some football because we were bored and it was weekend. So we decided, hey, let's go and do that. That'll be fun. So that's what we did. And there were these people there. We thought they were just ordinary. They just came to play basketball as well. But there were like 5 of them. There was one who looked like our age, like 14, 13, around there. And he was like, he kept looking at us, and he was on a bike, and he had like, I don't know, maybe one of them was his brother or like friends from an older year. But they were all on bikes, and they came into the place where we were playing basketball. So basically, me and my friend, we were doing 1v1s, like just for fun because we were bored. And these two, the younger one with his friends came along, and the younger one started talking to us. He was like, "Oh, can we play?" And obviously, because we were in a 1v1, we said, "Yeah, we're doing a 1v1 right now. Is it alright if we finish this first?" And they were like, "Yeah, fine." And then they were like, "Can I see your phone?" Like just out of the blue. And I was like, "What?" I was confused. So then I said, "I don't have a phone," as you would, because obviously I am an alpha male. So I wasn't too intimidated by the young one, but his, I don't know, his companions or his friends were quite intimidating. But yeah, I wasn't too fazed by that. And then my friend, he didn't at the time. He didn't really have that expensive of a phone, so he just decided, yeah, why not? I think it was like a Nokia or something. So he showed he showed his phone to the guy. Oh, he showed his phone to the guy, who just like looked at it for a second and then kind of just stared and was like, "Can I hold it?" And then of course my friend's not going to give it to him. So my friend said, "No, I can't. I have to call my mum." So he pretended like he was calling his mum, and then I was just playing like basketball. I was kind of getting scared at this point because I realised what they were trying to do. They were trying to take our phones. So then I think they established that they thought I didn't have a phone or like a mobile phone on me or anything valuable, because we were like we weren't young, but we were sort of at the age where some of us won't have phones because there's not too much need. But I did have a phone, which was the truth. But I mean, I don't think they realised that. There were loads of people like watching. Like I think there was this one lady who was watching. She didn't help us, but I think she realised what was going on. And so we said, we were like I was like to my friend, "Oh, should we leave?" So then we got out, because they at this point they had already left because they saw people were looking and they didn't want to get I don't know, seen or whatever, or because I think that people start to realise that what they were doing was out of order, I guess. But yeah, so then people started to realise that what they were trying to do, so they left quickly. And then me and my friend, we were meant to we were meant to walk home because it's not that far from the park. So yeah, we decided that we would. Oh no, we decided that we would call my parents to pick us up, because at this point we were both pretty shook up, like we were a little bit scared, I guess. So we decided that we'd call my parents. So my parents arrived, and we explained what happened. And then the old lady who was watching came up to me and my friend, just as we were... sorry, this was before my parents came. The old lady came up to us and was like, oh, you need to go and tell Heather Park. Obviously, we weren't going to do that. Well, we should have done that at the time, but thinking we just wanted to leave. We didn't really want to stay, because we were slightly afraid that they were still going to be there. So that's what we did. So then my parents arrived. We explained what happened. So we told them what happened, and obviously they were a bit annoyed and they're upset. So they decided, okay, we're going to go and tell the head of the park. And at this point, it was Sunday, so nobody really works on Sunday. So at this point, they were like, okay, so we're going to go and tell the park manager. Obviously, there was no park manager or anyone running the park because it was a Sunday. So they just decided, okay, we'll go home and we'll come back. And if we see them again, we'll go and tell the park rangers. So that is basically what happened on that day. I can tell you, it was scary. Like I think my friend was a little bit shook up as well, and we both were, which is a bit scared. And obviously I was also afraid that they were carrying something like a weapon. I know I might be exaggerating, but you know, knife crime in London, blah blah blah. But they were like, yeah, I think that was at the back of my mind. I don't think it would lead to anything. Obviously it may have, but yeah, it was scary, I must admit. It wasn't nice to be involved in. I don't think I'd wish it upon anybody to be in that situation, because luckily we didn't give them anything. I think they kind of got scared because people were looking and they started to realise what was going on. And I think someone may have called the police because you know, there are a few people saying, oh, just wait, people are coming, this and that. So then, yeah, I mean, it was a relatively scary experience. I guess if we were a bit older, we would have realised what was happening quicker and maybe have just left straight away. But I was also afraid that they would follow us back to our house, I guess, or they'd just follow us back. And I think, yeah, that's something that was at the back of my mind as well. I mean, I think it was far back on the list. I don't think it would. I think, yes, we should have left earlier, but if we did, I was kind of afraid they'd follow us, and then they'd, I don't know, it'd be shit out of us if they found like a spot to. But I mean, that was the only thing I was slightly afraid of. I don't think. I think there were a few other things that, you know, were kind of, I don't know. Personally, I don't really know why they were doing it. I think it's just for money, I guess, and we were quite vulnerable at the time because we were quite young. So I mean, yeah, that TNT thing never works. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, it never works at all. But yeah, I think if I was to change a few things about that experience, I think I would have left earlier, or instead of saying, no, you can't play, we would have said, oh, we're about to leave, and it's like the last point. So then we could have left earlier and we wouldn't have to go through that confrontational bit. But of course, at the start, we didn't know what they were, you know, planning to do. We didn't know that they wanted to steal our phones. We didn't know that, so I guess we couldn't really have prevented that. Of course we could have if we left. I don't think they were intimidating in themselves. I think it was just the older ones, which they had a bit of an influence. Well, yeah, they had an influence on the younger ones, so maybe they peer pressured him into doing it or something. But of course, that was so silly. Should have just gone for my bed. But I mean, there is that as well at the back of my mind. Should have we left earlier? Should have we done this, that? And then yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you'd peer pressure someone into stealing their phones. I guess just for their ego. But I think every young person wants a way to make money, and I guess they just see it as hustling or something like that. They see it as like cool, or like they see it as something. They look up to people who do it, and they see like people stealing, and they think it's this and that. But it really isn't. I think personally, I would just, there isn't really a need to make money at your age. Like, I mean, obviously, some people are less fortunate than others, so I can respect that some people want to help their parents out. But overall, it is the parents' priority to help to provide food and water and money for their kids. So I just think it's a shame. I wish jobs under 16 were more accessible. Like, there's not many, so I think people just realise, oh, I'm not bothered, so they just do stuff like that, which I find is a bit upsetting. But yeah, I don't know. People just, I don't know. I think it's partially their own fault as well, because I think they're a bit stupid. But yeah, I don't know. Oh no, God, I was never gonna win that. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap up the video. I hope you enjoyed this little story time. I didn't have much to do today, and so I just decided to do this. I may film the next Pixelmon video today. That is an option, but obviously it does depend on how I'm feeling. And if this video goes up today. But anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Make sure to actually, wait, before that, don't click off the video. Make sure to see if you're subscribed. Please, just check the subscription button, I beg you. And the like button, please. I'm really trying to carry on doing YouTube, and I'm really trying to get, take part in more consistent uploads. So if you put a comment down below like, oh, I don't know, do this and that to make your videos better, or put some advice, or say if you enjoyed the video or if you didn't, that'll give me motivation. I don't care what you say, you can just say anything. It could be a hate comment, but it will still, bring motivation, and it will make me want to do more, because I know that I have a little community. But anyways, yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.